Hey, what's up, what's up? Welcome to Kelowna After Dark. I'm your host, Silver LUXX. Man, we got a great show coming at you tonight. You guys are awesome. What a great crowd. But hey, we're in Kelowna, so that's expected. The weather's always scorching, the lake's refreshing, and the wine flows like water. At this point, I'm thinking that the vineyard to human ratio is a little low, so we might need to start planting some people up in here soon. I mean, I'm fine with wine takeover until they start bottling it as an energy drink, and then there's trouble. I'm out. Red Bull meets Jackson Triggs Malbec edition. Yeah, no, that just doesn't work for me. But we all know the real fun starts when the sun goes down. This city doesn't sleep, it just gets more creative. Whether it's the musicians, the artists, or those fabulous people who somehow manage to do both. This city is bursting with talent. And hey, if you count doodling on my grocery list, then I'm right there with them. First exhibit, empty refrigerator, a chilling commentary to my lack of groceries. Just keeping it real though, with a little bit of Baja on the side. Seriously though, we have some amazing guests for you guys tonight. I can't wait to dive in and get started. First up, we have Robynne Stewart, an illustrator and actress who's bringing characters to life like you've never seen them before. Then we have Stephan, a genius audio engineer who can make anything sound good, even my singing in the shower. If that wasn't enough, we've got Dale and the Good Vibes, a local band that's gonna rock the house tonight. Trust me, the name says it all. And for all you film buffs, we've got James from Kelowna Film Studios. He's here to talk about bringing world-class video production right here to Kelowna. They make some incredible magic happen behind the camera. Finally, we're going to dive into the mystical with Smee. She's an incredible tarot card reader, and she creates her own custom deck that's just insane. But we had to keep Miss Holly for last tonight, just in case she spoiled how fabulous our show was going to be before it happened. This is going to be a wild ride, guys. Art, music, film, and a little bit of fortune telling. Kelowna has it all. We've got an incredible show ahead, so sit back, relax, and let's dive into the creative side of Kelowna After Dark. Our first guest this evening is someone who truly embodies the spirit of creativity. She's an animator, illustrator, and actress, a triple threat all around. She's also currently a student at the Center for Arts and Technology. She's making waves in Kelowna and beyond with her creativity. Please give a warm welcome to the incredibly talented Robynne Stewart. Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Have a seat, lovely.
Will do.
It's so wonderful to have you here tonight.
It's so exciting to be here. Thank you.
We are so happy that you could join us on the show. You're basically a creative rock star, right? Like, seem to be in everything, animation, actress, and an illustrator. I think that's so rad, girl.
Thank you.
So badass. I'm really excited to chat with you. So we got a lot to cover. Do you want to dive right in?
Yes, please.
Awesome. Let's do it. You moved from Alberta to Kelowna back in 2020, right in the middle of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must have been a big shift. What made you decide to relocate here?
Well, I did what I would never advise anyone to do, and I moved here because I fell in love.
That's fabulous.
But he is in the audience, so it worked out in my case.
Hey, yo, shout out to Mr. Fabulous in the audience.
But I did also really want to pursue a creative career, which is not really something that's super viable in Alberta, and Kelowna just seemed like it would be such a good place to start. And yeah, like you said, I've been able to do a whole bunch of really cool stuff so I think it worked out. I think I did it.
Heck yeah, you did, girl. Way to go. That's fabulous. Speaking of your artistic journey, you've been drawing your whole life, but it was only recently that you took it more seriously. What made you decide to go all in?
Well, I was hairstyling, and when it was quiet and there weren't any clients, I was just doodling all the time. Right on. And I was so excited to go home and draw and paint more. And I realized this is what I'm living for, and I don't really want to do anything else.
Oh, the passion, you can just hear it when you talk. That's so lovely. I dig it, for sure. I mean, creative stuff, it definitely takes some perseverance and some go get 'em. And you got that in spades, girl.
Oh, thank you.
Heck yeah. You're also into acting as well. What drew you into that world?
I was super shy as a kid.
Really?
Oh, it was terrible. If a stranger looked at me, I would start crying when I was really, really little. And so when I got into musical theater at age 12, and I found out I kind of found myself through performing. I found out what I liked about myself. I found out what other people liked about me.
Oh, that's interesting.
It was just a huge confidence boost, and it also gave me something to do, something fun. And so just anytime I kind of get to act, voice or stage, screen, it's getting to play pretend with a bunch of people who like the same stuff as I do.
Yeah, living your best life, huh?
Yeah.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
I also know that you've just paired up with a local author as well, right? Tell us about the book you're working on.
It's a children's book. It's by a first-time author. It's the origin story for the book is incredibly sweet. He wrote the story for his kids, his 2 young kids who are now adults. And he would tell them these like bedtime stories of 3 little ogre boys named Booger, Snob, and Snot.
Oh, I love it.
Which very much like the oldest son, you can tell that was maybe for him a little bit.
Right on.
But as his kids got older and graduated from high school and everything, they were asking like, Dad, we want to have this as a book. We want to read it. So he reached out to the school, who sent out an email, and I was the person who I guess responded the fastest because he and I got connected, and I just finished I just finished the cover illustration, I think a week and a half ago.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh, that's so exciting.
It's just freshly done, and he's going to hopefully have it available on Amazon by October. Yeah.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
So what's it like then moving into like a whole other different type of creative project for you?
Well, I wanted to illustrate children's books for a couple of years. I kind of knew that's what my style lent itself to, because I love drawing little guys.
Right on.
I love drawing little monsters, and I love like the warm kind of colors that come with children's books. So when this opportunity came up, like I just knew that was going to be perfect for me.
Oh, that sounds so exciting. Yeah, it definitely seems to fit your vibe for sure.
Thank you.
Right on. That's great. I can't wait to see it. So excited.
Me too.
On a different note, what's it like then to bring a character life using only your voice?
Oh man. Yeah, that is like, it's a very different process because it's not nearly as visual. But it is like, I still have a picture in my head of what the character design looks like for Poppy.
Yeah.
If I can talk about that a little bit.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because that was something we voice acted together. That's how we met. And the character that I voiced for that is a nerd. And so she kind of has this nasally, she's just a little shy.
You are awesome at that. I love it. Seriously, you killed that character in the best possible way.
Thank you. And you did for Becky as well.
Totally typecasted.
Yeah. You played the cool girl and I played the nerd. That doesn't say anything else about our personalities.
It's good. No, that was a lot of fun with you. And I mean, you blew me away. Your skills, girl, on point.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And you right back at you.
Oh, thank you. I super appreciate that. It's always cool to try different things and meet new people too, right?
Yeah.
It's really fabulous.
Oh, I love voice acting. And it's nice to like act in your pajamas. That's you get to be comfortable.
Yeah. And when do we get to be comfortable, right? Not very often.
Not very often.
The Girl Who Slept in 100 Years, Poppy. So let's talk a little bit about that project. It's a radio adaptation, right? So tell us a bit about that.
Well, the creator, Matthew Sen, he's an instructor at the school, and he created this webcomic that got like pretty popular about kind of this little orphan Annie character, but aged up. She's 15, 16. And she was born, was a teenager in the 1920s, and then she wakes up in the 2020s, meets whole like the characters we play, and it's just kind of about her optimism and like that kind of like, gee golly, Mr. attitude brought to like what feels like a way more cynical kind of time.
Yeah, absolutely. She's very wholesome.
She's very wholesome.
And I love the juxtaposition of how everything plays off with each other. It's super neat.
And it's nice to have like the modern characters. Like I love your character, Becky, because she's the most cynical of them all.
Yep, little bit.
But she's got a big old soft spot for Poppy.
This is true, right? Okay, so usually when someone's a little harder like that, it's because they're very big-hearted and they're just so damn sensitive.
Yeah.
Makes sense. It's good.
I do like that a lot. It's a very sweet comic.
Yeah, it's really fun. I love it. And then, of course, yesterday, we dropped the master, right? The radio broadcast finally just got let loose on the world. Are you so excited about that?
I listened to it twice yesterday. I listened to it once on my own, and then I showed it to my boyfriend, and then my parents texted me saying that they listened to it.
Oh, that's awesome.
I shared it with my friends in our Discord this morning. I've like, it's so it turned out so good. And it you can see, like, I think you can hear how much fun we were having making.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The energy in it is just fabulous. Like,
Yeah.
super lots of fun.
And the audio engineering was exceptional as well.
Very incredible. Absolutely. Way to be, Stephan. Thank you for being fabulous on all things. So just to switch a note here, if you could animate any type of story or character, like no limits at all, what would be your ultimate vibe?
I don't know if you've ever seen anything like Over the Garden Wall or Gravity Falls.
Yes.
Yeah, I adore Halloween, like, but whimsical kind of content that is like technically could be made for kids, but college kids, adults also love to watch. If I could make my own show, I would 100% want something that has that like Coraline, surreal, like fantasy world kind of vibes, but also I'm a sucker for found family, so like having a really good little cast of characters taking care of each other. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. That's great. I would love to see that project. And I absolutely bet you will do it. So when you do, I mean, send me links, girl. I want to check it all out.
Of course.
Fabulous. So I really quickly want to touch on another fun project that you and I did. So tell us about the Disney project that we did together.
Yes, so while we were recording, I think this might have been like the first day we went in to record Poppy.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I brought my little sketchbook and I was working on the booger snob and snot.
Yeah.
And you asked if you could commission me to do you, but as a Disney princess in one of those like punk Disney princess edits, which I was super happy to do. And so what I did was I pulled up like a picture. I had 100 pictures of you from your Facebook.
Oh yeah, there's a lot there.
A lot of great reference material. And I pulled up like pictures of Belle because I thought you looked very similar to Belle and Elsa. And I just did my best to draw you in that Disney style with the big eyes and the sweet little mouth and the very cool hair you have and trying to get the tattoos.
And yeah, we got some of those.
Yeah. And then just simplify it down into that like way that everyone can instantly recognize as Disney.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, the compliments and comments that I've had on that, I've plastered it everywhere that I could. It's like on my email icons and it was on my Facebook and it just makes me so damn happy. I literally printed it out and I stuck it on my happy like vision board in my workroom. I love it, girl. Like seriously, you have no idea how long I've wanted one of those.
That's
and
amazing.
Like it's been on my birthday bucket list items for years.
Wow.
So I truly cherish it. You did an incredible job. It just makes my heart all happy.
That makes me very happy to hear. I'm so glad.
Yeah, you are an incredible artist and actress and animator. Like you literally blow me away.
That is so sweet. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
I'm gonna, my ego was like this and it's gonna be.
Just blow it right up.
Yeah.
All right, your head's gonna be so big you won't be able to fit through the freaking door. But that's good. That's how we want you. You are full of creativity and awesomeness, and I want you to know that.
Thank you.
That's pretty fabulous.
Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. So what do you think? Do we let the audience see some of your work?
That would be very cool.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
So, what is it?
I have no idea, but it's cool, right?
Kinda, yeah. It looks pretty old and rusty. Do you think it does anything?
Let's see. Wow, seamless.
I think I'm too big for this.
No shit.
What do you think all these buttons do?
Where do you want to go?
I want to steal stuff. We gotta outrun the cops. Step on it. Pew, 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 pew. Drive better. We're losing all the money.
I'm doing my best here. We gotta ditch the loot.
Right, good thinking. I did it.
Ah!
Ah?
Ah!
Ah? Ah?
That literally is incredible. Oh my God, I love that so much. And like the range that you have, I know that was you.
Yeah.
But the voice is so different from what I've heard you do in other products.
From the Abby voice.
Yeah, absolutely, right? I mean, very, 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 very cool.
I love that video so much. Marshall, the person who animated it,
Yeah.
they're an incredible animator. Like they graduated last year, and I think they're starting to find work as an animator.
Oh, good for them.
But they have these just such good creatures and characters. I was so excited when they asked me to voice act for that.
Heck yeah. So how did that project go? Were there any like hiccups or fun stories?
On my end of things, it seemed to go like about as smoothly as one could hope.
That's great.
Yeah, they got the animation done on schedule, which is rare in the 2D
absolutely.
animation program. And my co-star, the one who voiced the little fox, Dexter, he was really nervous about it. But he had like a really good voice for that character.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. So I went in first, and I did the lines, only had to repeat them a couple of times. And then he asked me, like, how did you do that scream? Because he needed to scream as well, and he wasn't sure how it was going to go.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, it was just so fun, and I wish it had lasted longer, to be honest.
Fair enough, eh? Don't
Yeah.
want the good times to stop.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome. I want to thank you for sharing all of your information and your journey and your art with us. I mean, honestly, just inspiring. You are a creative rock star.
Thank you so much. That's always wonderful to hear.
Oh, that's great. I love it. Is there anything that you want to say to any aspiring creatives?
Ooh. Oh, that's such a good question.
Don't let me put you on the spot or anything.
No, I do know what I want to say. Make stuff that's ugly.
Nice.
Yeah, make stuff that's bad, cringy. Just let yourself make things that kind of suck, because that's how you make things that kind of rule.
Very true. I like that. That's some great advice.
Yeah,
So you're not only creative, but you're fabulously wise too.
I like to think so.
It's good. Just roll with it.
Yeah,
It'll
yeah.
do you good. Thank you again so much for coming on the show today,
Yeah.
and thank you for sharing your passion with us.
Thank you so much for having me. This is wonderful.
Round of applause for Robynne, everyone. Thank you so much, Lovely. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely, and we'll chat again real soon.
I hope so.
That was amazing, but the creativity train isn't stopping just yet. Get ready, because we're about to dive into the world of sound. Coming to the stage next is a creative powerhouse in the world of sound who brings the heartbeat to every project he's involved in. Not only is he an audio engineer, but he's also the sound designer behind Poppy, the girl who slept in 100 years. He created the theme song, he did the recording, the directing of the voice actors, and mastering all the sound effects. He is a wizard with sound. And you've heard his work right here on Kelowna After Dark. He's our in-house DJ. So please give a huge round of applause for the incredibly talented Stephan. You're like a Swiss Army knife of sound, like kind of doing all the things everywhere. You're into like sound design and directing the voice actors and music track mastering. So it kind of feels like you're everywhere. And yeah, I would love to go over some details. You want to jump into some questions with me?
For it, yes.
Awesome. So let's start with you were living in Russia, right, up until you were 10 years old, and then you moved to Canada? Yeah, tell us about that.
Yeah, so I remember my hometown very vividly, right? Everything that, like everywhere that I grew up, right? The school I went to. I still sometimes show people on Google Earth, right? Like exactly where I live. Yeah, because where I'm from is the city called Magadan, right? Magadan, if we're going fancy, right?
Heck yeah, go fancy.
Right, so it's really beautiful, right? Really cool.
Oh, it is lovely. I loved it when you showed Sterling and I. It was just so incredible.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, when we were doing Poppy in the studio.
Indeed. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's cold, but it's really lovely. The summers are nice too, right? So it's like this fine break between like the seasons, because like in March it's already like, okay, that's it. Like snow is starting to fall. It's like whatever. But,
Yeah.
like, April is already snowy, so it's like whatever. But it's really nice.
Yeah, snow can be beautiful too, right? There's some charm there.
Usually, yeah.
Just get a nice blanket and a fireplace, you're good to go.
That is true.
Right?
That is true. We
Yeah.
can have a nice cozy place.
How do you think that the move to a different country helped shape you as a person and as a creative as well?
like genuinely like music styles and such, right? Because I can take both perspectives, right?
Mhm.
I don't really love the music scene that's happening right now in my country because it's repetitive right now.
Is it?
So
Okay.
I would love to just bring all the cool stuff that is happening over here, right?
Mhm.
And bring more in there. And vice versa, right? Because
Yeah.
all the textures, right? Say, whenever I share my music with grandparents, right?
Mhm.
They will say, oh, yes, we can tell you have that Russian part in your songs. It's like, yes, I'm still part of it.
Yeah, man, still in touch with your roots. That's
Yes.
great.
I love it, yeah.
Oh, that's exciting. You're a student at the Center for Arts and Technology here, right?
Yes.
What got you into audio engineering? What drew you there?
Well, it kind of started with this one fun guy in high school because I did take a very okay sound course in high school, right? I went to KSS for high school.
Right on.
Yeah, and it was good, but I did really like the people that I met, right?
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, well, the guy that I'm just about to talk about, he's the one who introduced me to the program called FL Studio, and that's where the whole sound engineering thing kicked off. Now I can't stand that program, but it's fine. I use other things I grew up out of it to say. And then there was another guy, actually, there was Hayden, who was the guitarist for every single guitar part in Poppy Play.
Oh,
Right?
wow.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, I met him. That's right, in the studio.
Exactly.
Rad guy.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
he's incredible. Right? That's where we met as well, right? Really. So it's very sweet.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
exciting.
that's what really got me into the whole scene. And then I almost made the scary decision of just moving to Vancouver because I saw that there was like a sound school there,
Mhm.
right? But then my friends were saying, "Hey, by the way, there's a place right across like the street that you can go to and like learn the same thing. Hey, go do that." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, that exists!" And I met the coolest people there, the best instructors, the best people. Like women are incredible.
That's great.
It's everything that I could ever dream of.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so great to hear you
Absolutely
say.
everything. Yeah. I don't know what what I would have been doing without it. Yeah. So
Oh, that makes my heart like swell and feel like so happy
Oh
for
my
you
God,
because I
so
know how
good.
much you love what you're doing and you're incredibly good at what you're doing too. You are freaking incredible. I am hearing none of that
Oh, thank
because
you.
I'll be your cheerleader.
Well, so-
Everyone will see later. They're gonna check out your stuff and they're gonna be like, dang, dude. Yeah, do a little
Okay.
brush off, you know,
Alright,
right?
fine,
Flex
fine.
a little bit. Yeah, there we go, right? Let's talk a little bit about Poppy.
Oh, that's it.
So what was it like working on so many different components and something so layered like that?
It was very fun. In fact, I would even say it's perfectly tying into the quarter that I did it in, right? In Cato as a sound engineer, the full program, right? Quarter 4 is everything about movies. right?
Okay.
So making movie, it was the craziest time ever, right? So I was like juggling Poppy, then a video game project, then a trailer project, then
Oh, yeah.
a full film project. And we had to recreate a song. And basically, it was perfect because Poppy, the way it was intended to be made, not as an audiobook, but as an audio play.
Okay.
And, like most footsteps are in there, right? Every single action is in there, right? There's so much music themes playing throughout the whole thing. And of course, the voice actors, right? We have 7 amazing people playing all the roles.
Oh yeah, there was a few of us up in there, huh?
Yeah, right? And even the singing portion for the main theme too, right? Which was really sweet.
You made some magic with that one. Oh yeah, I love the theme song. It's fabulous.
That's right.
Oh, you succeeded, my friend. It was very cool. It gets like stuck in my head. I'm like
That's
jamming
what I
away.
was going for, yeah.
Yeah, no,
That's
it's
what people
great.
say. Okay, good. That's the best compliment. When people say it gets stuck in my head, then that's I did something good. That's nice. Yeah, but it's definitely like it was like a third movie project.
Yeah.
And it was a
big project.
yeah, it's 23 minutes long audio play, so it's like an anime episode to say. Right?
Yeah, actually, though, right? And the amount of sounds that you had to install
no,
in that
no,
project.
no.
Not even close to anime at all. Not even close. But there was a lot going on there.
There was stuff, yeah. There's a couple fun details there for sure.
Yeah.
It was definitely sound design, right? I really wanted to get the cuteness in there, right? Because it all needed to feel like home, right?
Yeah, what a
because-
perfect way to say that.
Right? Yeah, because like say the tones in the actual webtoons projects, right? They're very like nicely toned. It feels like very warm colors, right? Nothing is like punching like anything like in the eyes. Say like there are no too much vibrant colors, but it gets a perfect contrast between say side characters, right? That are kind of in the background, right? And the main characters are always so colorful, right? Yeah. Yet that perfect, almost pastel-like colors, I guess, but almost like that kind of canvas washed out kind of like fibers you can still see. It's perfect, right? So it's especially with the main theme, right?
Yeah.
Not only just like getting that like that aged sound, right? But just getting the kindness and the warmth out of the main character, right? Which is super excited, always so chirpy, right? But also I needed to put that like the colors there, right?
I love it. I love
Yeah.
that you're describing sounds to me in colors because I don't
That's
know
the
if you
only
know
way.
that, but not everybody experiences that like that.
That's what we talk as sound engineers as well. We would actually call it by taste, right? We would,
Yes.
Yeah, it's the funny thing, right? You would like walk into like a sound studio, right? And they would be talking about the weirdest stuff there just because of that. It would be colors, textures, yeah, more food stuff, and maybe even like how sharp or dull things are.
Or something can be crunchy, right?
Oh yes, there we
Like
go.
that. Yeah, my son says things are crunchy all the time when
Good,
they sound
good.
crunchy. Yeah, it's good. I love it though. What a neat
Good.
way to experience like different senses though, right?
Yes,
When
yes,
they all
yes, yes.
collide like that.
That's the best part.
That makes so much more sense though. Like if I think and consider your work, I'm like, yeah, okay, I can see that, right?
Only
I
for this.
love it.
The main goal is for people just to understand it by themselves. So I don't have to explain anything. That's the hardest part.
It does speak for itself. You did an incredible job. Absolutely. And I mean, if you weren't cool enough, you give piano lessons to kids too, don't you?
I do.
You are awesome. Okay, tell us about the funness with the kids.
Okay, so well, the funny story of how I actually got into them is I was learning from this amazing teacher who climbed their basically ranks for teachers, right? And found themselves at the Rotary Center for the Arts, right? So in downtown, she has an awesome studio now, right?
Nice.
Yeah, and I was learning there for a while as well, right? And then she decided to go to medical university, right?
Okay.
Yeah, so she was studying for, I forgot what it was. It was some like really like smart people things, right? That I'll never be able to do. I'm an audio school, so. But yeah, and she was mentioning, hey, do you want to just like take over? You're like one of those cool people. You can do it. Yeah, you can do it. Basically, I was tossed in there. Just go.
Oh, you were voluntold, huh?
Basically, right? So I definitely wanted to do it, right? It's just, it was like this quick, okay, go do, right? That's
Yeah.
it. Like no waiting, no nothing, just go. And it was fine. At first, it was very cringe, right? Meaning, like, I was trying to explain things, like, just way too long, right? And the one thing I found out about kids is that you need to be more ADHD than them. Like, more sporadic, more, like, throwing things
Yep.
at them. Otherwise, they're gonna lose everything. They're not gonna pay attention. It's basically being the extreme fun guy, almost like clowning, you know? But not really, but still being very educating, right? Yeah, and definitely expressing all the things with, like, again, colors and taste and such to kids. It really helps them out, right?
Yeah, I bet that would be really useful for the kids.
Yeah, totally. It's definitely one of the best jobs I ever had. It's like a relaxation part, right, of the day.
Yeah.
Though it is still a lot of work, right? Because like it's all fun, right? But then you just need to lock in and understand, okay, what exactly is it that you need to do? Say, okay, your wrist is not high enough. Then like your fingers are doing this thing. Oh my gosh, if they prawn in, oh my God, can't.
I love
Right.
that you bring the thunder, right? It's
Exactly.
like go time.
Yeah, no, you just must step on them at once, right? Yeah, or oh my gosh, and if they don't pay attention.
Super fun.
Well, okay, here's the thing. I got a kick out of it because I can imagine myself being like, I was a piece of work when I was
Were
a
you?
kid.
Eh?
Until like 2 years ago, really.
Oh, 2 years ago, like it's done now.
No.
Just kidding, much love, I adore you.
Let me tell you, I know. Yeah, it's,
No, I adore you, I'm just poking at
that's
you.
right. That's not good. Sweet. But yeah, basically pressing on them sometimes is good, right? Just still remind them that be nice, right?
Yeah, that's
Especially when they slap
important.
my piano out of anger. That's like,
Oh, we don't want to do that. No.
I tell them that it'll run away, and then they're like, okay, fine, I won't do it. That's it.
That works. You know, you get serious and you bring the thunder when you need to, right? But you're a
Exactly.
super fun, nice guy, right?
Well, thank you.
I'm turning you red. I'm sorry. I'm just
know.
all like,
Yeah,
you
you
know,
are.
gushy compliments and all that. Make you super
much.
fun. Okay, I take it all back. I'm
Okay,
kidding.
there we go. Good.
So, some of the different projects you're working on right now, I know that you're about to do a mastering of a song. So tell me how that is going.
Song?
The song with Dale and the Good Vibes.
Oh, yes. Okay, so I'm really excited for that. I had experience recording a lot of songs. Say, Mr. Grumberson's part from Poppy played,
Yeah.
right? His entire room theme, right, was actually my brother playing, who's
Oh,
only
cool.
4 years younger than me, right? But he's incredible at piano.
Oh, yeah, I met your little brother. He's awesome.
So he's, I would say, a performer, right?
Yeah, eh?
Yeah, he's very hard into that. And just recently, he actually got into also making his own music. I just support that. It's so fun watching him do the exact same steps as me. It's so fun, and I tell him right away what to fix. He sometimes listens, yeah, mostly does, right? But I definitely want him to like step on some places as well, just to see, okay, why you don't need to do things. But yeah, a lot of recording experience in the past, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, especially like hardcore instruments, right? Even doing guitars, again, that pawn shop theme, that was all recorded live, right? Everything, I love recording live because it gives me the opportunity to actually work with musicians, right?
Yeah.
I'm all for using like all digital pianos and like just to get any sound you want in, that's great, but you can't just do anything as fast and it's like virtuous and just live. You can't get that in like digital-ish world. You can, absolutely. But when you do it live, that's just different and it's good. And I'm really excited for that. I really want to do it and I can't wait to do it.
Yeah, I'm super jacked too. I
Yeah,
can't wait to see
it'll
what
be
you guys
really
come
fun.
up with
Yeah.
together. Really, really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's totally winning. If you had like no limits, no holds barred, if you could work on a project or with another creator, what would that be?
So
Here we go.
I really, really enjoyed working for movies, right? Especially, I did do a lot of post-production on it, right? Say with a school project right now. That was really awesome, and it's just bringing everything to life and just the way you want it. Beautiful, amazing work. Though we also had to score everything as well, right? I loved scoring for movies. It was so cool, and to just put the like the fuel in the fire. At the beginning of the next quarter, I'm going to the Hans Zimmer concert in Vancouver, which is freaking rad. And I'm like,
Wow,
yes, that'd be
dude.
so cool, right? So it's just like perfect. So I would love to make something. Well, if I get to meet Hans Zimmer, that'd be awesome. If I get to make something with Hans Zimmer,
Oh, that would be wild, eh?
that'd be the most like killer thing ever. But man, even just shaking his hand and saying, just looking him into the eyes like and I hope he sees me as another professional. Maybe if that happens ever, right? Just getting to the level of those people and having the confidence to imagine anything you want and just don't care about the consequences. Just get out there, that's it. And who cares if you fail, because that's the best part. Really.
Yeah.
Actually, with Poppy, the very awesome way I learned one thing is to always double check you saved your backups, because we had to redo an entire
Oh, we
final
sure
take.
did. Yeah, but it turned out even better though,
It did,
right?
yes, it did,
Like
totally
very
did, but-
serendipitously.
I know. We killed an entire session of Poppy. That was supposed to be the final. We already sent out emails. Guys, it's done. It's just me who needs to do it. I cannot find it. Let's say, hey guys, by the way, we gotta redo the cut take.
You know, just another Tuesday, because why not? Yeah, deep breath.
It was like 3 more weeks instead of like
Oh,
one
wow,
cut to
yeah.
do, right?
And poor you. I
No.
just can't believe you at the studio, poor you.
No, it's fine. No, it's just, God, that was such a dumb part of me. It's fine.
Oh, you know what? That's how
was-
we learn though, right?
I still feel terrible.
Oh, I get it. You know what? I've lost an entire photo shoot before. What do, right? You just go back in the studio and you hit it again.
Did it again.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Good learning experience. It's fun.
Do you have a favorite part of the creative process or any type of rituals you do when you're creating?
just enough caffeine, and you just go, right? I'm almost very just sporadic in nature. Just throw everything on the paper, right? I just hear a sound in my head. Okay, go. Try and make it as close to that as possible, right? Or I'll just catch a riff in my head and I'm like, yes, this, right? Or when I'm singing, or sorry, listening to a song, like say I'm like doing whatever I'm doing, right? I would try and sing harmonies to it, right? And the craziest solos of harmonies as well. Say I'm imagining, okay, my voice being like a lead guitar, right? And I'm doing an absolute like opposite, like full thing. Like I love that stuff, right? And because I do still play piano sometimes, I still do, right? Definitely taking a lot of parts from like my classical background really helped, right?
Yeah.
I am doing almost like my 10th year now on like learning the instrument, right? Piano, that is, right? And learning music theory. So yes, definitely huge parts of it came from like classically trained parts, which yes, absolutely, it's a must part.
Yeah. I can
Yes.
definitely hear the influence in your sound and everything. I super love classical, right? It's beautiful. Like live instruments are just incredible.
It gets boring.
Well, you gotta spice it up. You can add a little rock or techno in there and have a vibe.
There you go.
It works.
That's all normal music.
Right.
Yeah, nothing was invented. I even say in this joke,
Fair enough.
oh, you made a song, nice. It sounds like Bach. That's it. Right, cool. Like, he already made everything.
Yep, that's a fair point. Is there anything that people may not realize is super important when doing audio engineering?
Anything I would say is like such little details. It's like just if you're already in there. Every single movie you ever watch, none of those sounds are actually recorded real. Like in reality, everything is done in post. Say you see a guy walking, there's a dude who was in the studio clicking his
that's
shoes.
awesome.
And most of the time they would actually take their shoes off, right? And if it's like this weird scene, right, they would actually use their hands as like shoes, right? And they would have,
like that?
yes.
Oh, neat.
And they would have like racks of shoes, right? Basically, like say a post house, right? Where they make the entire movie, because very rarely anything is recorded again, right? They would basically have a warehouse of like the craziest yard junk you could possibly find, and it would be the coolest sounds like ever, right? Yeah, basically movies are fake. They're all fake. Nothing is real. That's it. They're really cool to make though.
Yeah,
And
that's super neat, right?
Yeah.
Because I mean, you don't pay attention really to all the small things that create this entire sound experience, right? And it's immersive, and yeah, you miss those details, and suddenly it changes the entire experience.
Yes, and the funniest part, like most of the sounds people just kill off anyway. Say anytime somebody moves an arm, that's clock moving. You gotta go and do that to your shirt, right? Every move. You don't hear that ever, unless it's like super quiet and it's like, oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna spend like 30 hours doing this one thing.
That much, eh?
Yes.
Deep breath.
Yes, for every character as well, right? Because it's gonna be like, okay, this piece of like trousers is for this character, this shirt is for this. Fine. It's fine. But it's awesome. Yeah, at the end, it really brings everything together. So it's really fun. Yeah.
That's awesome.
And the layers, oh my gosh. Yeah, just, they're big. It gets huge.
Oh, I can imagine.
Yes. So,
Well, thank you so much for dropping by. I've had such a great time chatting with you, my friends.
well, thank you so much again. Thank you.
You are awesome. Yeah, let's give it up for Stephan. All right, you don't have to go back to your place right now. You get to hang out and
Okay,
chill in
sweet,
the
let's go.
audience if you want. Thanks again, man. That was wonderful chatting with you. We're gonna take a quick break, guys, but don't go anywhere because we have an incredible live performance coming up right after the break from Dale and the Good Vibes. Don't go anywhere, Kelowna. You don't wanna miss this. Welcome back to Kelowna After Dark, guys. We are about to really up the energy in here now. Let me give it up for Dale and the Good Vibes. Take it away, guys. Let's do some rockin'.
Posters on my wall, they stood 7 feet tall. when I was 8 years old.
Heck yeah, that was incredible, guys. Wow, come and join me on the couch, guys. Come and have a chat. That's an awesome freaking song, man.
You like that?
I do, I really, really do.
It's fresh.
Yeah, absolutely.
Literally, we just wrote it this week.
Wow, that's insane. Creativity, roll it.
Hey, you want to see?
Awesome.
Come on, man. Don't be shy.
Come on, have a seat there, Tony.
All right, well, we know who you are. You're Dale, right? But introduce us to your bandmates. Who's on bass, who's on drums?
This is Sean McGrath
And just Anthony.
on drums, and just Anthony on bass. He used to play with the Tea Party.
Well, before they were
Really?
Tea Party, yeah.
That's rad as heck.
And BTO and a few other people. He's old.
Hey, old is good. I'm sitting over here. I'll vibe like a
I'm only
grandma. It's cool.
35.
That's
And
awesome.
we got a new drummer and a new songwriter, and he's on the songwriting team, and his lovely girlfriend over there too. She can come. She's part of the songwriting
come
team
here.
too.
You can come join
So,
if you like,
come on.
lovely.
Come on,
If you want. See, you never know what's
Come
gonna
on.
happen. We're on TV.
That's okay.
No,
All right,
come
we
on,
won't
come
pressure.
on.
You just sit there and look pretty.
Don't worry, I don't bite.
So yeah, things are moving quick. We got about 40 or 50 covers, and we just wrote our second song, and tomorrow's gonna be our third song, and this week's gonna be our fourth song, and
Just really rolling into it, eh?
we want to play and incorporate our originals and
Jam night.
record them
Absolutely.
here, and you know, get a video from Sterling,
Ah,
and
it's so much fun. That's going to be really, really
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
really starting to get the vibes, the good vibes going, right?
Yeah, the good vibes,
We
man.
got to share the good vibes.
It's important. So, how did you guys come up with the name for your band?
We wanted to express good vibes, because when we play, it's an exchange of energy. So we get that from the crowd, and the crowd gets that from us. And yeah, I just love to dance and sing and perform and have everybody singing along, and you know,
Yeah,
having
man.
a good time.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
That's rad. I'm here for that for sure.
You're the leader of the good vibes, Dale Desimone. See, I still haven't learned your last name. I thought it was DeSimon like 2 weeks
That's
ago.
how new we are.
Desimone.
There you
don't
go.
know.
Well, no, it's like, you know, fresh to it, but
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. You guys look like you have a lot of fun
Sean's
together.
been really a big help in the last week
yeah.
or two. So
All right,
fits
all
right
right.
in.
That's a great way to come
Yeah.
together and do the
The
do.
leader. Yeah.
How would you guys classify your sound? Because you guys have a little bit of everything, right? Lots of different vibes there. I love.
We're super versatile. The first song was like Blue Rodeo. Second song's like a Green Day Sum 41 punk.
Oh,
Then we
cool.
got a funk song coming, and we got a heavy metal from my roots.
A Latin song in the future.
Wow,
Latin song in
eh?
the future.
we're trying it all out.
absolutely.
We're doing
Yeah.
it all. We're gonna go for it because
That's
like
super
we haven't
cool.
really played a super long time together, so we'll see what we can do, what kind of sounds we can generate. You know.
Yeah,
Right?
absolutely.
Seems to be everything so far. So
Everything so far, we've all got open minds. and
Tony's
we're
so
willing.
versatile; he can play anything. So once you got the bass doing anything, you know.
Yeah.
He's really the leader. He's just in the background.
Yeah.
Just chilling incognito,
Yeah.
eh? How did you guys know when you had something special with your group? Like it was vibing.
When people that we're playing for are inviting us back to play as soon as we can come back and play.
Oh yeah, that's a
So-
good
Yeah.
sign.
It's great reviews, really.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on. What are some of the places that you've played?
Well, we played La Casa last week and 97th Street Pub. We played O'Flanagan's, and we're looking into playing at Whiskey Jack's. We played a Soyuz a couple of times at the Cantina.
Regular jam
Three
night.
Lakes Brewing. We played Silver Star Brewing. We were on board for the Longhorn. I'm trying to get into the hub, hopefully in Penticton, and hopefully Blue Gator as well. And I just want to play all the circuits and all the wineries and play as often as we can, everywhere that we can play.
That's
right?
awesome.
And the open jam. We like to frequent the place called Unleashed Brewing, and they have this awesome open mic, open jam. It's like just a beautiful pool of musicians from all over, and like bands form out of it, and it's just like, it's so supportive.
Friends and
People
bands.
learn instruments like on the fly. People are like, oh, I don't know if I can do it, whatever. Just they get up there and they're like, oh, it's so good. Like no
we
intimidation or
encourage
anything,
that.
right?
Yeah.
We
Located at
encourage that.
880 Clement Street.
I've been there for 2
There it
years
is.
now doing the open mic at Unleashed Brewing.
Well, that's
So
really
thanks so
neat.
much, and thanks for mentioning it.
Yeah, no
right?
problem.
'Cause
That's how you found me.
Yeah.
That's how I found you.
So
Oh,
we
right
found
on.
each
Same
other
Tony.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I know that I've done open mic night with you, and you were so nice to me because I was a hot mess, of course, newbie, right? But you were really nice, and you helped me keep time and everything.
best
And so,
host.
yeah, you're super fun to jam with.
Absolutely,
Best
right?
host right
We
now.
encourage this, you know, and it's a good way of expressing yourself and getting your artistic side out and becoming free,
And
right?
autistic side.
Oh, in your case.
Here, here. I vibe with that for sure, man. Music in general is like a really personal, creative outlet. What do you think it is about your music that really connects with people?
Just self-expression, I guess. Sean's been bringing some stuff out of me lately, and it's just being passive, being open, losing your ego, control, being part of a team, trying to form this stuff without any expectations of any grandiose, you know, expectations of whatever. Just put in the work. Whatever comes out of it, comes out of it. So, been together a month and a half. We played 10 different places, and 10 different places want us to play back. And we played 3 of those places over already. So,
That's impressive.
I guess it's about
like,
2 months now. Yeah.
yeah, you
So-
guys are jamming like really well. I thought you were together longer than that for sure. And the fact that you guys have already got so many originals too. That's pretty fabulous, guys. Like,
Yeah,
good on
it's
you.
coming.
That's
Coming.
great.
Yeah.
So, what would you say are some of the biggest influences in your music?
Oh, for me, I went to school for classical guitar. I love that Crossroads movie. Metallica for sure. I used to break dance, so I like it. I like the dancing. I like the playing. I like the metal, the headbanging. I like everything, really. Now it's rock, slow rock, ballads. Sean's gotten me into funk and stuff like that. Chili Peppers, and, you know. So we are just. I'm influenced by everything that's going on lately. What I hear, what I'm playing, what I'm opening my mind to.
You listen to
How about
everything. I mean, I was raised on like classic rock, like finding my dad's just stack of CDs, and it was just all 60s, 70s music. And I was like, oh, what's this? You know, like, used to fall asleep to Dark Side of the Moon like every night, probably for like a year. Because you just like wake up during the middle of it when that lady sing like that like super anthemic part where it's just like belting out those tones, and you're like, oh, I'm awake for a second, and then just go back to sleep, you know? But like, yeah, and then got into harder music. Yeah, like Metallica, I was like, oh, this is great. My parents don't like it. Let's listen to more of this stuff, you know? More screaming, more anger, yeah. And then I was like, no, okay. By the time I was like mid-20s, I was like back to the 60s, 70s stuff, and I was like calming my nervous system a little bit, you know?
Yeah,
'Cause, like,
absolutely.
just going to like metal shows all the time, and it was great. And like living in Vancouver, they were just all the time. Like between 2005 to like 2009, there was just like this period of just intense metal that was going on. I was all there, and then yeah, I don't know, just kind of like stopped listening to that all the time and just wanted to chill it out.
Yeah, fair
You know,
enough,
more
eh?
funk music, yeah, more like classical stuff and more pretty music, I guess, to fill it all in. But
I like pretty. That
Yeah.
works. Yeah, it sounds like you guys have like a really well-rounded, good vibe to your
Yeah.
music,
There you
right?
go.
yeah,
I super
good
dig
vibes
it.
music is good.
Yeah.
So, have you guys had any challenges so far in trying to come together as a band, just being so new?
No.
Just easy peasy lemon
I
squeezy?
think we leave our egos at the door and we just come in as friends and, okay, what kind of product can we write today, right? And then we encourage each other and help each other. They're always telling me, don't add any more stuff, don't add. And I'm like, oh, well, I'm hearing this. Yeah, but it's okay for now. And I'm like,
Depends when, you know.
that's about it, really.
Yeah.
You know, otherwise it's been, let's just keep it simple. And this
You
is
could
what we
always
sound like.
keep adding and adding, but at a certain point, you'll be like, all right, this is probably good, I think.
Yeah,
People seem
yeah.
to like it. Like, oh, let's just keep adding stuff. You could add stuff for 2 years, 3 years. You could write the song, I guess, technically, right? Like,
Yeah, it's got to be done
it's never
sometime.
end. Yeah.
Yeah, got to get out there and
We're
just.
fine.
Well, we work with it, yeah. We're all
First
just very
one's done,
open-minded.
Second one's done, third one's done. Yeah, open mind, yeah, for sure.
To ideas, you know, makes it the best. Then it's a good collaboration, you know. It's not just a singular focus of music of one person's idea, right? You
Yeah,
know?
absolutely. And then your entire band sound is very collaborative and
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really enjoy, like, when I heard you send stuff over Facebook to me and stuff, I was so vibing with everything that you sent me. Like, you guys have some really interesting music.
I sent you some heavy metal stuff.
I didn't get to it yet. Okay, I'm definitely going to listen to that on break because I'm excited to check that out
No,
for
that
sure.
was the punk stuff.
That was the
but,
punk stuff.
yeah.
Okay, I'm going to just go back in our conversation and
Yeah.
just hit play and jam away to everything that's in there.
Every song you're gonna be like, oh, who's this band? Oh, who's this?
Yeah.
Band? Oh, who's this band? Yeah.
Yeah, I love the eclectic nature of it. It's really a fun experience to be on the other end of that.
Right on.
Very cool.
Thanks for the encouragement too.
Oh, absolutely.
You've been awesome.
Oh, thanks. I super appreciate that. Where are you guys playing next?
The next one is just 97th Street Pub, I think, and Three Lakes Brewing.
Nice.
And then we're trying to get into Whiskey Jack's sooner than later.
I think we're going back to La Casa too,
Yeah,
but
La Casa
there's a
is
follow-up on that.
Yeah, well,
We'll see,
I
but
sent
yeah.
out the email. They
all you can
wanted
do.
us back 3 times in October, but they got 2 people booking. So one guy told me one thing, and then the main guy said, "Oh, we're booked." So I don't.
It can be tricky, but
So there was some confusion there. Yeah. So you have to grease the wheel when you're in a band in Kelowna. You have to keep up with your contacts, and then until you're, established, I guess, and then you just keep repeating.
Even then.
Right.
Yeah.
And then,
you
you
gotta
gotta
go,
stay on
right?
top of it.
Makes
It's a
sense.
grind,
Gotta grind.
to play music,
Jam,
right?
right?
Yeah, you gotta love it a whole lot to keep
Oh,
with
yeah,
it,
for sure.
Oh, yeah,
And,
for
and
sure.
it's obvious that you guys really do enjoy what you're doing.
Love it.
For sure.
the best.
Before we wrap up, is there anything that you want to say, some advice to aspiring musicians?
I'd say one thing that I just learned recently, and that was, and somebody said it, something about the artwork, where she said, draw something ugly, give yourself an okay to draw. And then, so what I heard was like, just write and finish something at where you're at, and then move to the next one, and then move, and they'll get better, right? Because I was always stuck on not finishing a song because it wasn't good enough.
Yeah, never
So give
perfect.
yourself permission to be you, because whatever you have is already gold. You're the only one judging it. So finish it, go to the next one, finish it, go to the, exactly.
Yeah, that
and
sounds like
he's
the right
helped me
move.
with that lately too, and so is Tony.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, like if it's scary to do it, it probably means you should do it. You
Fair
got to open
enough.
that door. It's the scary door. You're like, it's a sign you should just barge in through there.
Yeah.
Just do it, kick it down, and go.
Yeah.
Anything
Yeah.
that's worth doing is probably going to be a little difficult.
It's gonna,
right?
Otherwise, you probably don't care about it. If it doesn't feel scary to do it first, you're just like, then it's probably not even worth it. Really,
Yeah.
there's nothing exciting about it, right? So.
Fair enough. You always got to chase that, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely, and music definitely
Chase the
holds
fear.
that.
Yeah.
Yes. Push yourself and your boundaries. Yeah, I love how music can
Walk
do that.
through the fear, chase the fear, feel the fear. And then get right through it.
There you
over top
go.
of it.
We'll put that on a T-shirt.
For sure.
Heck yeah.
Chase the fear.
Oh, that's awesome. I really had a lot of fun listening to you guys tanight and chatting with you.
Absolutely,
Thank you
me
so
too.
much for coming on the show. And I
Thank you.
cannot wait to see what you guys create next.
Absolutely. Well, you
Awesome.
want to stick around for the next song because we got a whole new genre for you.
Absolutely. Yeah, I've got to stick around because you guys are going to close our show out, so that's super exciting.
Some hard kind of rock, cool punk stuff. I don't want to give too much away, but yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah. There you go.
Awesome. Well, I want to thank you guys again, and let's give it up one more time for Dylan the Good Vibes, guys. Awesome. Thank you again. Thank you so much. I want to jump in. Oh, psych, just kidding.
London Bridge,
Thanks
there
so
you go.
much. I'm going to air high five you from here, my man. Awesome. Thanks so much, guys. Now, it's time to kick things up a notch with our very own man on the streets who's about to dive into the heart of Kelowna. He's been out there doing what he does best, which is finding the fun, the quirky, and maybe even the unexpected. So get ready for some laugh, some surprises, and some interesting stories. Take it away, Sterling. Please cue that up.
Hey there folks, Andrew here reporting from the heart of Kelowna's Farmers Market, where the veggies are fresh and the vendors are friendlier than your Nana. So let's go talk to some of them and find out what's so great about the Farmers Market. All right, I'm here with Kelsey. Kelsey, why don't you start by telling us the name of your business here?
We are Tanya Ray Fishing, wild caught BC salmon, tuna, shrimp, and a whole bunch more.
Delicious. What brings you to this market specifically?
Well, you know what, we have a good following of people here, and they love to buy wild caught BC seafood, and it's hard to get here in this community.
Okay, and besides your own business, obviously, do you have another favorite business that you like to shop at while you're here?
Well, I promote all the businesses around here because we sell seafood, and there's lots of condiments and salads and flowers and desserts and everything that goes along with our products.
Sharon, why don't we start by saying the name of your business?
Bent Wire Jewelry.
Bent Wire Jewelry. And how long has Bent Wire Jewelry been around?
10 years.
10 years, all right. Okay, what would you say is your favorite thing about making jewelry?
It's relaxing. And you can do a lot of hammering. It takes a lot of stress out. I just enjoy it. It's relaxing, something for me to do.
Something to take the edge off the day.
Well, I was kind of retired and then I needed something to do and this keeps me busy.
That's good. We all need something to keep us busy, don't we? I'm standing here with Andrew, and first of all, great name. And second of all, why don't you say the name of your business here?
It's Gamble Farms.
What keeps you coming back to this market specifically?
We like the people, mainly. You know, it's definitely a good place to sell all of our fruits and vegetables. That's the main reason why we come. You know, it's always fun. We have we're all like a family here. And all of our neighbor vendors, we all get along. So it's a great place.
You ever get together with the other farms and compare the size of your cucumbers?
Sometimes. Mine's a little small though compared to.
Oh, don't say that. Come on now, give yourself some credit here. At least you got some big apples.
That's right.
Those things are huge.
Yep.
Hey, thanks for talking to me today,
no
Andrew.
problem.
Gamble Farms, check them out. They got big apples. Thanks a lot. All right, I'm here with Rosemary. Rosemary, why don't you tell us the name of your business and tell us a little bit about it?
The name of our business is Studio Papillon, and there's a long story involved in that, but mainly because when we bought our land, it was covered in butterflies, and papillon is the French word for butterflies.
That's right, my dad had a papillon. Anyways, what made you realize you were addicted to jewelry making?
I think it was the very first gem show that I went to in Tucson, Arizona, which is overwhelming. And there was just this fantastic assortment of stones, and I really got involved in finding out about the stones, their properties, and just how beautiful they are, and how you know they make you feel good when you're wearing them. And then I started investigating ways of setting them and making them into earrings. And, you know, I like learning things, I suppose, basically, when it comes down to it. I like learning things.
Yeah.
This was just a great opportunity for me to do that. I mean, pottery, you never finish learning, but I just wanted something new. So now I do both.
So the real addiction is learning.
Yes, the real addiction is learning.
And there you have it, folks, the Farmers Market, where the fresh finds and the friendly faces come together every weekend. Thank you so much to all the vendors who spent their time talking with me today. Back to you in the studio, Silver.
With our band on the streets, that is absolutely certain. That was entertaining to say the least. Well, our next guest is someone who's making a huge impact on the local film scene and beyond. He's the owner of Kelowna Film Studios, a cutting-edge film and video production company right here in the heart of our city. His team is all about bringing visions to life with world-class video production. These guys really know how to make some magic behind the camera. Please welcome the founder of Kelowna Film Studios, James, to the stage. James, welcome to Kelowna After Dark.
Amazing.
Thank you so much for joining us
Thank you
tonight.
for having
Have
me.
a seat.
This is great.
Let's chat.
This is so fun.
Right?
It's beautiful in here.
Yeah, it's pretty rad. I dig it. So you having fun today?
Yeah, I am. What I really love is your branding. What you guys have done with the show. So
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, it's awesome. Our director, Sterling, he designed our fabulous logo, and then I happily plastered it out.
Perfect.
I was a graphic designer in another life, so you know, we
Makes
do the
a lot
do.
of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. It certainly has that sterling polish shine
you
to
go.
it, right?
Sparkling like silver.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I have been dying to chat with you since you agreed to come on the show, so I'm really excited. Do you want to dive right in?
Yeah, let's go.
Awesome. Let us start with how you opened the film studio. So what spawned you to get that started here?
Yeah, I still don't know.
Fair
It's the
enough.
honest answer. I wasn't a filmmaker until 4.5 years ago, so I'm brand new to the industry. But I think I just had like a vision, you know, a meditation. I said, I think this is what Kelowna needs, and you know, and I just went for it, found some investors, and we built it.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen your studio and stuff like online and everything. I was totally creeping all your fabulousness.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, you like do for sure. You've got all the fun geek toys and everything. I'm
Totally.
so jelly.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I know. It's amazing. It's grown into so much more than I ever thought. Really, yeah, it gets into the people that I've met because of it, and the partnerships that we have with Vancouver Film Studios and Pacific Backlot. They really provide a lot of the cool toys that we have. So
That's fantastic. Sounds like a lot of fun too.
It is.
I'm sure you love your job.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Is there anything that you love the most about your job or the creative process?
You know, I'm very you know, different in terms of I love people, I love business, I love tech, and then I love being physical and being outdoors.
Yeah.
And film combines it all. So every day is a little bit different. Sometimes it's super social. Sometimes you're on your machine just doing technical stuff. And sometimes you're just doing physical labor, moving heavy gear from one place to another. And then you're going for a beautiful drive because your client's 3 or 4 hours away. And, you know, I love that mixture.
Yeah, is always keeping it interesting for
Totally.
sure, right?
Yeah.
That's fabulous. Yeah.
Best job in the world, honestly.
So do you like travel often then for jobs?
Yeah, it depends. Like I go across North America basically. I mean, I would love to go to, I think I need to write a script where we all go to Costa Rica.
Yes.
That's probably next on the docket, but yeah, mostly upper Midwest, Pacific Northwest area.
Yeah, that sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Your mission is to bring clients' vision to life using professional actors and top-notch equipment and expert staff. So can you walk us through your approach to a new project from start to finish?
Yeah, a new project is probably the most important foundation for anything that you begin. You really need to know what the client's needs are. Sometimes the client doesn't know what their needs are. They just think they need something, depending on what it is. That's for commercials. In the film industry, it's quite different. They often know exactly what they need, but they don't know where or how to get it. So I would just say asking great questions is probably, you know, the premier, most important thing that you can do. And then sort of analyzing that and pitching something back, especially on the commercial side, to say like, well, have you considered this? Would this be helpful? And so forth. Because at the end of the day, you're going to build a final product, but you want it to be the most useful thing you possibly can for your clients so that they keep coming back.
Yeah, that makes sense. So I guess there's definitely some marketing type of aspect in what you do as well.
Yeah.
Do you enjoy that part of that?
Well, this is my third career. I sort of had a transitionary career as a creative director in advertising, so it makes a lot of sense that that's involved in what I do.
Yeah, fair enough, eh?
Yeah.
That's neat. You just keep building and expanding, and
Totally.
way to be fabulous.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
awesome.
exactly. Yeah.
With all the new advancements in technology and things like that, how do you make sure that you and your team stay ahead of the curve?
Well, the answer to technology and issues with technology is always money. So more money fixes almost anything. I know that they say when budgets skyrocket, you can make just as bad of a film, you know, as like a high school film or something. And it's definitely true, but when it comes to technology, really just comes down to investment. And is it worth it? So I find that what I've been able to do in a small market like Kelowna is really focus on partnerships, because I don't have the equity to, you know, go and build a volume stage, which is, you know, a big LED screen that they use in like Disney movies and so forth. But the biggest thing I found is that by getting to know other people, I find, you know, other access to individuals' money or into their what technology they've invested in, and often people are willing to share, especially if there is you know, if it's available for us. So really, to me, technology is really a lot more about people, and I really think that's secondary to getting to know, to building contacts in the industry.
That's really rad. Okay, yeah. I mean, network is always super important, right? And being collaborative and everything. But clearly, it's a little more than one would think.
Totally.
So that's interesting.
I mean, we're talking about film being in the millions of dollars.
Oh, that's fun. You could do a lot with that.
Yeah, I mean, no, like, like that's the cost just for gear and for space, right? That's not even for production costs or for people, cameras and for space and for technology like volume. So until have budgets in the millions, we need to get really creative.
You know what? I've seen a lot of your work. We went perusing and stuff. You got some neat stuff, my dude.
Thank
like
you.
from all angles.
Yeah.
Like your brain must be a playground.
Yeah, it is. I can be. I know that I'm a little bit weird, socially, because my brain works in a way where I try and look at things, I mean, like literally and metaphorically from different angles. And I just try and say like, well, what's interesting about this moment? And then how would I present that myself?
Oh, I like that. It definitely adds another layer of depth to your creative work.
Totally.
That's neat.
Yeah.
I watched a clip yesterday, and it was one continuous shot of a music video.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, most people wouldn't realize how technically difficult that is to get that.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah,
very,
thanks.
very rad.
Yeah.
It was a cool video.
Often, I would say, like, I would like to give thanks to my chiropractor for things like that. The amount of times that I've not thrown out my back, but like hurt my back on long days like that. Because if you have to do it 7-8 times just to get the right shot, I do it, but I certainly, regret it afterwards.
Yeah, you're gonna feel that in the morning,
Totally.
eh? Well, that's dedication to your craft, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, good on you.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
What has been one of your favorite projects to work on?
There's a project that you guys haven't seen because it's not out yet. It's called Keepers, and we shot it inside Kelowna Film Studio with a team, a VFX team that has worked their way up from working at the CW all the way up to working with Netflix. They've now just produced their 4th Netflix film. Their film was just at TIFF. They've worked with Mel Gibson, Mark Wahlberg, and some other heavyweights. So they are actually in the area. They're working at the Hollywood caliber, but they're in the Kelowna area. And we shot a film that was entirely to be VFX'd, only with a couple characters and a couple costumes. So we used Kelowna Film Studios as a landscape that is then sort of being recreated and composited into a sort of Dune-like world. So as that is being developed, I think that's probably one of the most exciting projects that I've worked on.
Yeah, it sounds really interesting.
Yeah. It's going to be like a demo or a lead for Hollywood, for them to basically say, okay, you have some talented people, but we want to say we have talented people and can shoot at your caliber in Kelowna. And so this is supposed to be something that we're going to advertise so we can get more work by 2025.
That's awesome. Yeah. I think that'll be really great.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I see you guys do it.
Totally.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Bring the $100 million film here,
right?
please.
It's playtime. You get to have creative fun.
Yeah.
That's going to be rad.
Yeah.
So when you finish that project up, then where do we see it? Where do we check that out?
It's probably going to be private for a while, to be
Fair
honest.
enough.
I mean, I might be able to send you guys some links, but I'll be posting some stills on the website, on Instagram, and so forth. So I'll certainly keep you guys abreast of what's going on.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm super jacked to follow and see what you're doing.
Yeah, thanks.
Right on.
Yeah.
Being in Kelowna here, do you ever go out of your way or anything to get specific landmarks in some of your films or projects?
Yeah, it was funny hearing the comedy bit that came up before, because I realized that the landmark that shows up the most in any of my work is Okanagan Lake.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
In photography, in video, whatever it is, when I send photos to friends and family saying, hey, wish you were here kind of thing, it's almost always Okanagan Lake.
Yeah.
Or one of the many lakes around here, Kalamaka Lake and so forth. So
they're just beautiful.
Yeah, I think the water is probably one of my favorite features of the Okanagan.
Yeah, it's super majestic.
Yeah.
It's just lovely.
Yeah.
I mean,
one of those small things, like, because I know I'm in film, a lot of people don't know I do a lot of photo shoots. I kind of keep it a little bit private, but we did a photo shoot for a podcast team in town, and we actually went out on their boat at dusk and took photos of them just like holding microphones. They weren't plugged into anything. And like the girls were just like, yeah, like doing this with the microphone, and had that beautiful pink sky, but water in behind them.
Yeah.
And when I saw that photo, I was like, where podcasts on the water, like, but it really just like brought the whole thing to life because you could really feel their energy. You could feel the sense of the area, and you can't do that in many other places.
That's very
So
fair.
it was very Kelowna. Yeah.
I like it. Yeah, we definitely have our own vibe here. Right?
Totally.
Yeah. What do you like differently, I suppose, between photo work and video work?
Oh my God. After getting into film, I'd have to say that my favorite thing about photography is that all you need is your camera. And the one thing that is a love-hate relationship in film is the amount of gear
There
that you need.
certainly is a lot, isn't there?
Yeah, so no one that is watching the show may see, but I think there's about 6 or 7 cameras. There's like 12, maybe 14 lights in the sky. There's this whole entire set, all the audio gear, all the cables that Sterling and the whole group set up. And in photography, you just take this little lightweight thing and you just get to like go about your day and that's it. So that's probably what I love about photography. With filmmaking, you really get to hone in the story from beginning to end. So you're really creating like this essay, this package that you deliver to someone. And when they sit with intention to watch it, you are really giving them, you know, that entire encapsulated story from music and sound to the story and the visuals. And they really receive, you know, that strong emotional, either gut punch or laugh or whatever it is. And nothing does it better than film.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, you can do a good job with telling a story, absolutely, right, with a photo, but it is very limited, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes you just need some motion to make it happen.
Totally.
So I dig that.
Yeah.
Do you and your team get to work on like experimental, creative projects on the side?
Well, I think the Keepers is probably the biggest thing that we did, where we were like, is this how we shoot a VFX film? Even the VFX team was like, I think this is how we do it. We had a lot of technical know-how, but it was certainly exciting to see it come together. We also had sort of a data stream that was happening where we had an editor who was receiving the footage live from the RE Mini LF that we were using. And we got to see what the color space looked like and if we were shooting everything properly in real time.
That's awesome.
Which was incredible.
Yeah,
so,
I bet.
You know, so our clients will certainly benefit from that as we work with bigger and bigger clients.
Well, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what you guys jump into that. That's super exciting.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well, I would love to show everyone some of your awesomeness.
Sure.
Yeah? Awesome. Let's do it.
Right.
My name is Crystal Park, and I was born as an Indigenous adoptee. I've been on a lifelong search to find the missing pieces of my puzzle. Being adopted is a complex journey that often has more questions than answers. What I was experiencing as an adopted person, I still felt like a little girl all alone. I was grasping outside of myself for information, connections to family, connections to culture, thinking that it was going to heal the ache inside of me. I felt the same as before, and I was surprised by that. Those experiences were beautiful, and they meant something, and I'm grateful I had the opportunity to live them. Meeting my biological family and hearing their life experiences. Going to the land of my ancestors and learning their teachings. Those were incredible and valuable moments in my life. But it didn't change much for me. I needed to take a deeper look at things I had never sat with before. The reality of abandonment, the grief of a life that could have been but never was. I had to look at the effects the wake of adoption left behind. It was terrifying. As an adoptee, we learn to live with the dismissive comments and the disenfranchised grief. But the narrative is changing. Being adopted is not just being saved from a bad life. This film series takes a look into the adoption constellation from many perspectives and evokes compassion and a deeper level of understanding. You'll never look at adoption the same way again. Join me in this 6-part series as we travel the wake of adoption.
Wow. That is so emotionally compelling. What an intense thing. It was beautiful though.
Yeah,
So much emotion.
That was my very first film that I ever made.
Eh?
So that was
awesome.
Yeah. I think after shooting documentary like that, the amount of time and the emotions that go into it, I think I completely swerved into scripted because it's an entirely different world that is entirely crafted and predictable.
Yeah.
While I'm like a very emotional male, sometimes the heaviness of it can be so much that, you know, you need to have a reprieve and do something else. So I think like one of the next projects I want to do is a comedy, because like
Right on.
we need more of that too, right? We need to tell our stories, but we also need to have a laugh, or like the band who's on before, just like share energy and have a good time, right?
Absolutely. That's really important.
Yeah.
Well, a little birdie told me that you were a part of a really fun project that had a whole bunch of laughs in it. Yeah, did you do a project with the kids at the school?
Yes, Cato.
Tell us about that.
Yeah, it was my first time acting.
Really?
I got casted as the lead. I really don't know how that happened, but because I've never acted in my life. And my character's name was Milo, I believe, and basically he had this like this kind of sad life, and then all of a sudden he kind of just snapped out of it and was like, let's go have some fun. And he just went about town and did whatever he felt like, and you know, and just enjoyed life for a little bit. Ended up putting way too much ketchup on a sandwich and it got all over his shirt, and he wore a ballerina tutu around town.
Oh, he sure did. And a cape too.
Totally, and a cape and all sorts of stuff. So yeah, that was fun. I think we got to break out of your foray, like your normal, and just try something new, see what else is out there.
Yeah, absolutely. So you enjoyed acting, and then you're going to do some more of it?
I mean, if I'm casted, for sure.
Absolutely, right on.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
How does that compare then to be on the other side of the camera?
Oh my God. I have to say, you know, I talked to a lot of actors about this, and I think they were a little bit insulted when I said acting is so easy. What the difference is that producing is all, it's really physical, and it's in the moment when you have everything together to make sure you're stressing the whole time. For acting, all your work, I feel like, is beforehand, where you have to get the role. Once you get the role, you are treated like, you know, just so tenderly. Like, I think Nathan asked if the temperature of my feet was okay. Like
awesome.
At one point.
Well, go Nathan. Way to be on it.
And, you know, I was just like, wow, no one ever asks me how I feel when I'm a producer or director. But actors, because they are really the pinnacle of what everyone sees on screen. You really want to make sure that they're at their best, because nothing matters if the actors can't do their job.
Yeah, I guess that you can't sell the story then. It's just not happening.
That's right.
Oh, well, you sold the heck out of it with your tutu and cape, man. That was great. Like, I've probably watched it a good 15 times, no joke.
Amazing.
It just kills me every time.
Yeah, I hope no one ever sees that, by the way.
I'm gonna put it everywhere. No, you are awesome. You super, like, just embody the character, and we're living in the moment. And I was really surprised to find out right now that that was the first time that you were casted. So,
my first time ever acting, I never,
Yeah, you killed it, man.
Yeah.
That was great.
Thanks. Yeah. It was
Awesome.
a lot of fun.
Well, before we wrap up here, is there any advice that you want to give for any aspiring creatives who want to get into film?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I would say like film is a very interesting job, it's a little bit more up and down than some other careers, and you really have to ride those waves. And if you can learn to surf, then you're going to have a blast, you know. And I really just encourage people to keep at it, keep trying, and make Kelowna and the film scene in general just better by their presence.
That's fabulous.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We all got to go surfing now.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Costa Rica's coming up, right?
Yeah,
For our next
absolutely.
script. Yeah. It's awesome.
Well, I've had such a wonderful time chatting with you tonight. Thank you so much for sharing your work with us and your journey. And I hope that we'll stay in touch, and we'd love to have you back on the show again.
Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely.
Excellent.
Well, let's give it up one
Thank
more
you.
time for James, guys. Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
for your
coming on
time.
the show. You have
Thank
yourself
you.
an awesome night.
No.
We're going to take a short break, but don't go anywhere, because when we return, we're going to be delving into the mystical world with tarot card artist and reader Holly Smee. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Kelowna After Dark. Our next guest up is a true visionary, blending art, spirituality, and psychology into something completely unique. She's a licensed physiotherapist turned tarot card artist and entrepreneur who's not only designed her own stunning tarot deck, but also built multiple businesses, including a wellness center. Tonight, she's going to give us a glimpse into her world of tarot with a live demo. Please welcome the incredible Holly Smee to the stage. Hey, pretty lady, thanks so much for coming on tonight. It's great to see you. Have a seat. I have been waiting for you to come on since we talked a few weeks ago, so I'm super excited to learn more and to hear about your story as well.
Thank you for asking me. I'm so excited to be here.
That's wonderful. You ready to dive in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. You've been studying tarot for 30 years. That's impressive. Can you tell us a bit about how you've channeled your experience into your custom decks and what sets them apart from other decks?
Well, I've loved tarot since I was a teen, so I realized I aged myself, but I'm like, I totally don't care.
It's cool, I'll be there with you.
Yeah, it happens like faster than people know. Tarot has always been my heart, my passion. I've loved the arts and the divination. It took me decades to learn the meanings.
It seems super interesting but complicated though.
It's a lot. So the standard deck has 78 cards, and if you reverse them, there's another 78. So remembering 78 things is impossible. So I've always known that one day I wanted to create my own deck, and being a painter, I was really intimidated by painting 78 cards.
I can imagine that'd be a lot.
Yeah, how do you do that, right? And my art is very whimsical, and I knew that I would end up creating figures with green faces. So the dream just stayed, nothing happened. And then one day I realized I could make digital art.
Oh,
and from
perfect.
there, it kicked off. So I wanted to make a deck that really helped people learning. That's that one in front of you.
This is beautiful.
Thank you.
It really is stunning. I cannot wait to get a closer look later.
Thank you. It's an unusual deck in that it's the first deck that I know of that's ever blend an oracle deck with a tarot deck. So I keep searching the internet trying to find an example like this. I can't find one, but from what I know, it's the only deck on the market that has the full meaning of the card on the card in an oracle message. So easy for learning. You can't mess it up.
That's awesome. For those of us who don't know, then what would be the difference between oracle cards and then traditional tarot cards?
Good question. So tarot cards have been around, they think, from the 15th century, and there's standardized meanings. Oracle cards, they're the ones that you see for one card pulls, or they're about themes like cats or unicorns or mermaids. And normally with an oracle card, the meaning is on the face.
Okay.
But not with the tarot card. So I've mashed the two together.
What gave you the idea then to make this very unique thing that's not traditionally seen here?
Well, as a psychotherapist, I've seen people spend years of their life and thousands of dollars in therapy, giving away their power by thinking they don't know what's best for them.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's great as a therapist to constantly have a stream of people that are wanting help, but it's also very sad because I think if people could just tap in, find their heart, find their power, find their wisdom, have the tools, they don't need to pay someone hundreds of dollars an hour that knows nothing about their life to advise them.
That's very fair. And I suppose like the amount of confidence and everything that you would build just from being able to help yourself and heal yourself and answer, that's got to be priceless, I imagine.
Yeah, and therapy, it's kind of a bit, I think the more you have, the more dangerous it can be, in that if you go to too much therapy, it can be kind of disempowering.
Yeah, I can see that, absolutely.
Yeah, so having tools really helps people go within. I'm all about going within. I also am trying to really find a way to modernize healing and make it affordable for people through videos, tarot cards, books, journals, something that feels empowering.
I like that, yeah. I like that, making it readily available for everyone, because those are important things to have and important tools. I think that's awesome what you're doing.
Yeah.
Right on. So you originally started like with acrylic painting, right? And then to digital art, to tarot, right? So that journey for you, what happened there?
That was crazy. So these cards that you have in front of you, they actually took 2 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 2 years to do the art. Luckily, to my credit, I have ADHD, and I think it's a superpower of mine. So when I get it into my mind to hyper-focus on something, I'm like a dog with a bone, and I will not give up.
I totally understand that. Same, absolutely. And it can be a superpower, you know?
Totally.
Obviously, there's going to be some challenges here and there, right? But I don't think people really understand just how much drive comes with that when you're hyper-focused on something.
Yeah, to your detriment. Like, there were times at 2 a.m. I was doing them on my phone, and my boyfriend was like, go to bed.
Nice.
And it was very hard for me to put them away. So probably 8 hours a day on top of my job as a psychotherapist.
Wow, go girl. You were like doing the do, huh?
Doing it lots. And then when I did the deck that you have with the meanings, I thought, well, there might be people that really love the art that don't want the meaning of the card. So then what was supposed to be 1 deck became 2.
Ah, okay.
And now I have many decks started.
That's fabulous. And I know that you have a third, like, new kind of
Third
unique
and
deck
fourth
that you're doing.
and fifth.
Wow, okay, tell us about that.
Yeah. Okay, so the next one that I'm really excited about is something called ego states, which is it's a therapy term, but it's like, the best way to think of it is parts of self.
Okay.
So there might be part of me that, you know, wants to do this, and part of me that wants to do that, and they can be in conflict. We also have different, like, fragments of our ego that can be problematic, like the victim, the martyr, different selves that can pop up and make life harder than it needs to be. So I want to do an oracle deck that when you pull, you can learn about different aspects of your personality and which part is running the meeting.
Wow, I think that would be incredibly enlightening. I mean, so often we all kind of walk around and we think we have this good idea of ourselves, right? And then you're presented with some different information that gives you this huge paradigm shift, and it literally can be life-altering.
Yeah.
I think that's incredible that you're creating things that like literally facilitate that huge shift.
Thank you.
That's got some
Thank you
serious
so much.
positive energy. Right on.
Thank you.
That's
I really like teaching, and so I'm always trying to find ways to make it really easy. So I also want to do an astrology flash deck.
Okay, that's neat. You got to tell me about that. What's comprised with that?
It would be like flashcards, like grade 3 math, where Pluto. What's Pluto? And you can turn it over. What's Capricorn? You know, what's the first house? What's the sun sign? What's the moon sign? And so for people that want to teach themselves astrology, they can just flip through the cards. Like, those could be used as flashcards.
That's really neat. Wow, super versatile, eh? These tools seem to have like lots of different uses. That's great. Like, way to see the big picture, you know what I mean? And that's really awesome. Good for you. I think that's great. There is so much symbolism in tarot. Can you give us a little insight into how you incorporate like numerology and astrology and the traditional symbolism into your decks?
My guidebook is a little bit different. Normally in a tarot deck, you get what's lovingly called a LWB, a little white book.
Okay.
And usually they're very little, and they'll have like 3 keywords, and maybe a couple of spreads. Mine is chonky. So this one's 90 some odd pages. I think that one is 160. So they're full-on little books, but it's filled with tips and tricks. And in it, explain like the power of numbers, what numbers mean, how astrology and tarot overlap. That can be a really helpful thing to learn, because different cards will represent different signs. So, for instance, the devil is a controversial card. People think it's a religious card, but it's actually not. It's about our own addiction,
really,
our own shadow, our
Okay.
ego. So it might show up in a reading, and it's like, why I don't get it. Why is the devil showing up? But the devil is also the card for Capricorn.
Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So there really is like this whole vibe to understanding and interpretation.
Yeah, there's a big undercurrent. Like in that context, it might not actually be addictions. It might be, we're talking about a Capricorn.
Okay. Oh, that's interesting. I like that. So that would make sense then why you have like the very detailed guidebooks. And for someone like me, I want all the information. I want to understand it thoroughly. And it sounds like you've really made this very easy to jump into.
Very easy. Yeah, very easy. That's the whole point, is to, the translation of the word occult means secret.
Okay.
But once you know how things work, it's really not secret. So
Fair enough.
I figured, why not shine a light on an ancient art? And for people that are curious and want to learn, there's got to be an easier way than 3 decades of study like it took me.
Yeah, that's a lot. Like, a way to be to stick with it. I really do admire you and your dedication and what you've put into this, because the scope of this is huge, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of passion here.
Yeah,
a lot of passion,
you can
a lot of
absolutely
drive,
see that.
a lot
That's
of
wonderful.
ADHD, a lot of hyperfocus, but I wouldn't undo
Superpower.
it. Yeah, absolutely.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And then you're also into publishing as well, right? And mentoring and things like that. Tell us about that.
So the decks are a little bit different in that I'm a published author, but I'm also a psychotherapist. So it's full of psychology, and they're written by an actual artist.
Oh, cool.
And an author. So the spin on the cards is a little bit different. I tried to present the information in a way that's really easy to understand, but psychology focused. So it talks about the mind and the heart as much as the meanings of the card.
That's super neat.
Thanks.
I am so looking forward to diving into this with you.
Thanks, you. I can't wait to teach you and see
is
how
neat.
you like resonate with them and if you find it easy.
I hope I'm a good student, and I'm really excited. Do you want to dive in?
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay. So I am all ears. Show me the do, and I will follow instructions.
So super easy. For reference, if I need it, I'm going to use what's the Moonlight Tarot.
Okay.
So this one is for established readers. It does not have the meaning of the card on the card. It's just the card. But I know what the meanings are. So these are for me if I need them.
Okay. So I'm going to pull this giant beautifulness out. Okay.
Yeah, and you're not going to use a guidebook.
Okay. So we're going to put the guidebook back. This is beautiful.
Because the meaning of the card is on the
This
card.
is lovely. I really like that.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. So we're up this way, and do we put it down? Yeah.
Yeah. So what
Okay.
I often tell people is, I think of shuffling like meditating.
Okay.
So you can shuffle the cards if you want.
Okay.
And usually it's best just to kind of clear your mind a little bit.
All right, let's try
and
to
just
do
like
that.
relax into it. Tarot, like everything else in the universe, works with an intention.
Okay. So it's very important then.
Yeah.
All right,
Otherwise, it's like, if I don't know what I'm doing, I'm going to get a really muddy result. So intention, the best way to think about intention is, what's the question?
Okay.
So it's good to have a question in your mind. Can you think of a question that might be fun?
Okay, let's think of a question that might be fun. Okay, am I supposed to tell it to you, or do I hold on to it like it's a little secret?
You can do either.
Ooh. Oh, choices. Okay, let's hold on to one.
Okay.
And see what we can see.
So when you feel like, I want to stop, then just stop.
Okay.
I'm a diehard traditionalist, so I would always cut with my left hand and stack, but that's just me.
Okay, is there any like rhyme or reason to that, or just like a specific preference?
Traditionally, that's how people did it, but I've seen everyone use all sorts of techniques.
Okay, so we do that, and I'm going to cut it now with my left.
Yep,
All
and then
right.
put the other hand on
Yeah.
top. Did you ask a question?
In my head?
Yeah,
Go
did
back.
you? Did you ask a
I can do it
question?
again.
Did you ask one though, or were you muddy?
I was muddy, you know
Okay.
what? I was. We don't
Let's do it
need
again.
that. Let's try that again.
Yeah.
Hold on, we're going to shuffle.
Okay.
Because
So
so
think
no
of your
muddiness up in
question.
here. Okay.
And
Go back
then
to my
when you
Zen
want to
pose.
stop. Okay, that's
Is that
called
bad?
a jumper.
Okay.
That's good.
That's
Keep
good.
that.
Oh, goody. Okay.
I love
Where do
jumpers.
I keep that?
So literally sometimes, and you'll see this on the TikTok videos, boom, you'll see one fly out. It's
Yeah.
called a jumper, which
Okay.
is like that card wants to be picked.
Fabulous.
So that's your card.
This is my card. So it's happening.
I would say that's your
Okay.
card. Yeah.
All right. And we're going to flip it now? Ho, 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 ho. Ooh, okay. So I'm going to show everybody here.
Spoiler alert. I know.
Oh, you know it? Okay. So this is the Nine of Pentacles. Am I reading that? Awesome. Okay, so do I read this or what do I do from here?
So did you have a okay?
Yeah.
So you could read the meaning.
Okay, so it says, you have created a beautiful life for yourself, reap the rewards of all of your past efforts, enjoy this luxury and freedom because you earned it. Your life is glittering in gold.
Yeah.
And the question that I asked was like, where is the direction of this fabulous show going?
I'd say pretty good.
I think so too. I think that sounds
Yeah.
pretty fabulous. And this artwork, oh my God, this is stunning. And it like glitters. And I mean, of course I'm gonna like it. It tells me really fun, lovely things.
This card is the card of luxury, so it's a money card. Another important thing to know with tarot is that all the suits correspond to an element.
Okay.
So Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, is resources, money, material goods. So the figure on the Nine of Pentacles has always worked hard to be where she is, which tells me you deserve this seat. It's not luck. You weren't randomly picked. You've actually worked your way to this opportunity, and you should be enjoying it because you deserve it.
I'm so enjoying this.
And it will pay dividends. It will continue to bear fruit.
Fabulous. Oh, I'm so excited. This is good.
Yeah, it's a good one.
Okay, so once I'm totally fabulously super pleased with my card, what do we do from here?
If you have another question, we would then do it again.
So does it have to be along the same lines, or I can just like travel wherever my brain wants to go?
You can ask whatever you want, but it's good to be clear with what you're asking.
Okay.
Like to have an end goal. Rather than a really abstract question, because if you get an abstract question, you're going to get an abstract answer.
Okay, all right, okay. So then do I put this aside or put it back? Or?
You can put it back in.
Okay, does it matter where I put it?
No,
Okay.
because what's interesting with cards is you'll often get repeat cards.
Okay.
And that's the universe saying, I meant what I said.
Oh, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm all right with that.
Yeah, that's
All
a
right.
good one.
So do we shuffle again?
Yeah.
Okay. Because this is fun.
It's fun. Sometimes actually I like doing readings with more than one deck because, for instance, there's a Nine of Pentacles there and there's a Nine of Pentacles there. And typically you'll see the same card show up multiple times.
Okay, that's interesting.
Which is like double confirmation.
All right. So if I've shuffled.
So intention.
Yeah. Oh,
Stay
I
in
was
intention.
zoned in.
You got it?
Yeah, I go one more
Okay.
time though, just
Yep,
to be fabulous.
Wait until you feel like that's complete.
Okay.
And then cut. But I cut because I'm a traditionalist.
Okay, well, I'm
Some
gonna
people
listen to the master.
I've
I'm
seen
gonna do
people
what you
flip the corners and then pull from the deck.
Interesting. All right, let's go left hand. And then I put it on top again, or do I pull?
Put it on top.
All right, we're on top, and then we pull. And this one, ooh, the Fool. Okay, a divinely guided new journey begins. Trust the universe and leap into a new chapter that is ripe with potential. Your leap is supported by the universe, but bring your wisdom with you. This is this fabulous card. I like, seriously, I don't think there's one of them I'm not gonna like more than the last one I just picked up. They're incredible.
That's a good card. What was the question?
I am about to go on a 4-day trip to Alberta, and we're shooting a documentary for a client of ours, and I wanted to know if our trip would go well, how our trip would be.
This is the card of a new beginning, so the universe is telling you to take the leap of faith, even if you don't totally know where you're gonna land, how it's gonna land. There's an element of risk to it, but it's always the beginning of a new journey. So the Fool is the start of a new chapter. So this is a journey that's gonna take you somewhere.
I like that, adventure time.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a question. I'm just gonna like squirrel for a second because it looks like the deck loves me, right? So what do we say to somebody who might be a little bit skeptic, kind of going, well, I could read that in a favorable way, right?
That's a good question. So there are not great cards in the deck. There are some that are very painful.
Okay.
Because life is not always fun. And if you read cards so that you can read the reversal, like for instance, Eight of Cups upright or Eight of Cups reverse means different things.
Okay.
All those positive cards have a different spin if it were to come negative.
Oh, and does the negativity come if we do like a multiple card pull, or how does that, how would you?
I would consider it like polarity and duality.
Okay.
Life is not always fun. And so there are cards that talk about what to do when times are tough, and we live in a vibrational universe. I think it's a quantum world, and so we resonate to what is a vibrational match with us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if you're carrying the energy of heartbreak, you're going to pull the cards of heartbreak. Where right now you're carrying this new entrepreneurial, creative, new beginnings, adventures, right?
This is cool, and the cards are just jumping at me. This is really
the
neat.
cards are literally jumping.
That's
Yeah.
so cool. So like,
Yeah.
what do you think the odds if I pull again, then I'm gonna get something fabulous again?
Try it.
Okay.
But you need to have an intention.
Aha,
Yeah, so
okay,
you could do
okay.
like, what is important to know about my career?
Oh, I like that
What
one.
should I be mindful of right now?
So I can be a little more open-ended with my questions then. Okay,
Yeah.
where does the extent of that shift? Like, where do you want to stop before it gets
As
convoluted?
far as you want it to go. I wouldn't do something like, when is the world gonna end?
I don't want to know anyway. I'm gonna just live my best life until it blows up.
Yeah, and my personal belief, I think the future is not written in stone. We all have free will, and so I'm always cautious of people that say they can predict the future, because at any moment in time, I can change my mind. And so the cards that you pull today have to do with the energy that's in motion today. You could pull a whole bunch of bad things and go, I don't want that for myself. I need to get my stuff together.
Yeah.
You know, it's time I get serious. And you could redirect. Excuse me. Yeah, so I wouldn't don't do a predicty question, because what's the point? People
Yeah.
change their mind. But you can do something future-based, like, what should I be mindful of right now?
Oh, that's excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
Is it totally bad if I just rip off your question?
You totally can. Or
Okay.
you could do, like, to continue with this fruitful energy, what's my best course of action?
Oh, I like that. Okay, so I'm gonna shuffle and get in like my Zen intentional place.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, let's do that. Okay.
I feel excited for you, weirdly.
This is great. Yay. Thank you for the good positive vibe and energy. Okay, so we get our intention and we want to know what we should be mindful of so that we can continue fabulous success. All right, last one. All right. And back to the traditional vibe, right? With the left. Da-da-da-da. Oh, I dropped some.
It's okay.
Okay, so like this, like this. Yo, I don't know what that is, but it's freaking stunning.
Oh.
All right, this, the Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite cards, actually. So there's something called Major and Minor Arcana. The Minor Arcana are like the elements, like the wands, the cups, the swords.
Okay.
The Major Arcana, if I can say, are big D energy.
Nice.
Can I say that?
Ah, yeah, you just did. I'm here for
You've
it.
got big D energy.
I love having big D energy.
Times two.
What?
Times two.
I'm double D energy.
You're the double
Bam.
Ds. Yeah, you're double Ds. Because that's what's called a Major Arcana, and the Fool is a Major Arcana. So the
Okay.
Major Arcana, there's 22 of them. They're the biggest energetic themes at play in life. They're totally small or bigger than the small details. Nine of Pentacles was a small detail card.
Okay.
This is big. So you do want to read it out?
Yes, okay, we shall read it. Okay, so your fortune is changing with fate and luck on your side. Destiny and karma are at play as the winds of change shift into your favor. What goes down comes up. Your time is now.
Yeah, so there's a bit of fate and destiny at play with this.
So that's pretty
It's
rad.
the card of the wheel changing, right? And so often this will show up well, I'll ask you, even though you can edit it out, but have you gone through in the past a tough time to get to where you are today?
Absolutely. Everybody does, right?
Yeah,
You just
what
fight the
goes
good
down
fight.
comes back up.
I like
so
the
this
up.
card often shows up when people have gone through something really hard. It's like the wheel spinning. You're going to win the cosmic lottery. Things are going to go in your favor, which tells me when you're like, what do I need to be aware of? You are where you are destined to be right now.
Awesome. I super like that because
Yeah.
I think I agree with you, right? Like you can make changes and there's free will, and I'm probably alone on this, but I always thought that deja vu was a sign that you're on the right path, that it's kind of written somewhere in your fate, right? And it's a little
fated and-
reminder.
Yeah.
This is
it's
super
fated.
neat.
I would say pretty concretely with the three that you pulled, because they're all about luck and destiny and rewards, you were exactly where you were meant to be in regards to your career.
That's awesome. Well, that means that we were supposed to have this chat. This is fabulous.
Yeah.
I'm having so much fun.
Are they fun?
Yeah,
Yeah, they're
this
fun.
is great.
So these are really great for like card of the day. That's how I first learned, is I would pull one card a day and like, what's the energy? And then I would think of the card all day long and kind of journal about it.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You can ask a specific question, right? What do I do about X, Y, Z?
Yeah.
You could use them in a past, present, future. So it's like you would pull 3 cards, and one is the past, one is the present, one is the future.
Okay.
Or the kind of main intention, other than helping readers read without being reliant on a guidebook, being like, shoot, what's that card? I have to flip through the book.
Yeah, there's many.
They're prompted.
Okay, I like
Or you can use them as flashcards. So for diehards that really want to learn, they can Wheel of Fortune. What does that mean again? Oh yeah, that means that. What is that? Oh yeah, 5 of Swords means. So you can learn them easier.
Yeah, it's
not
so
30 years. Yeah.
Yeah, this is incredible. Okay, so a 3-card pull then, past, present, future.
Past, present, future.
Do we want to do one of those?
It's up to you. We could do a past, present, future, or I could show you another quick way of learning.
You know what? I'm going to follow the master. You let me know where we're supposed to go. Yeah. So I just tuck this back then?
Yeah.
All right.
We're going to do rapid fire because I know what the meanings are. Okay, so once you have your deck, okay, because I'm hoping you'll have one in the future.
Absolutely.
You
like
could,
I'm in.
At randomly, pick any 2 cards.
Okay. Oh.
Okay, so
Pretty.
this is a card of, this is the queen that's like sexually open.
Okay.
If I can say,
Right
if there's one of the
girl.
queens that's like charismatic and single and ready to mingle, it's this one.
So like Samantha from Sex and the City.
This is Samantha from Sex and the City with the broken heart.
Oh, that's probably dangerous.
So this is like Tinder Samantha.
Okay, yeah.
This is upright is, ooh, we are feeling the love. This is, wow, you broke my heart. Now I'm single and I'm ready to mingle.
Got it, okay.
This would be, ooh, a man who's financially very wealthy but emotionally stunted.
That's a fun combo.
Right?
Yeah.
This is moving away from something, getting over the death. So this would be moving on from an ending in your life. Can you see how that works?
Absolutely, yeah.
You take one meaning, you take 2 meanings. And if you can learn how to marry the cards, 9 of Swords, Queen of Swords is waking up from a nightmare and having a softer tongue and not being so harsh. You see how so 78 cards, you start combining them. The things that the cards can tell you are infinite. Tarot is a language. The universe speaks in metaphor.
Oh, I
So
really
you
like
have
that.
to be able to think metaphorically.
Okay,
If you can think metaphorically, you can answer anything, new beginnings and coming out of stagnation.
Oh, that's so neat. Oh, I could just get lost for hours in this.
It's
so compelling.
Yeah, it's easy. I'll help you do your own deck one day.
Okay, I'm so down with that.
My God, Holly,
Absolutely.
you weren't kidding. That was like
So
2
cool.
years. Yeah, I would love to in the future help other people create their own decks, which is why I started a publishing company to launch other people's tarot decks.
That's
so if you ever like,
wonderful.
Holly, I'm ready. I've learned I want to do my art and I want to make my own deck. I can teach you how.
I'm down. Okay, so like I'm a portrait photographer by trade. So could we take my artwork with that and then apply it and do the
100%,
deck?
like
That's
tomorrow.
So neat.
If you wanted to do an oracle deck, it can be any number. If you want to do a traditional tarot deck, it has to be 78.
Okay. Yeah, I think that may be more traditional. That's kind of neat. Yeah, start with the basis and then
Learn the meaning of the card, right? This would be 4 of Cups upright is boredom, stagnation.
Yeah.
And then you need to find the picture that matches the energy from your mind and from your heart.
Okay.
And then
so a
we
lot
just
of self-reflection then to sort it out. I like that though. I really do.
And then we print it. It's not hard.
That's so neat. Oh, I'm here for this. Like, so here for this. Was there anything else that you wanted to teach me or show that I'm missing? This is really neat.
I think you've got a good grasp.
Awesome.
Do you feel like you have a good understanding of how to use
I feel like
them?
I need to like get a deck off you here. We gotta work that out. Yeah, I need
you
to buy
did
a deck.
great.
This is so cool.
Yeah, you did really good. I mean, that's right there. It's not hard.
You
just
really
gotta-
you made it like super easy. So thank you for that. I like easy. That's good. That's wonderful.
Thank you for asking me.
Thank you so much for coming on. This has been such an enlightening experience. I've enjoyed chatting with you so much.
Thank you, me too, Silver.
It's wonderful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We should pack up
Absolutely.
our mess.
These are beautiful. Like, wow, mind blown here. Absolutely.
They were, not gonna lie, quite addicting to do, but fun. It was probably the funnest project that I've ever done. Probably because it was filled with so much passion and something I wanted to do from a teenager. So I was raised in a very strict Mormon childhood.
Ah, yes.
And so my first experience with the tarot cards, my parents were having a tough time, and my sister, in a very naughty way, was like, tarot, and we were like, ooh, because, you know, like, very religious childhood.
Absolutely, yeah, that would definitely conflict with that for sure, eh?
The tarot reading said they were going to get a divorce. And as a 15-year-old, I was like, what? That would never.
Yeah, that would have shook you for sure, I bet.
And they did. And then I was hooked. I was like, I'm going to make a set of those one day.
So, okay, so that's interesting because some people, I would imagine that they get this bad news and they might be turned off from the idea, right?
Potentially, but if a tornado is coming, I would rather know. Because usually I know in my heart anyway, even though if my head is like, oh, I don't want that outcome, the more I can accept this is happening and I don't actually have say in it, the better I can deal with it.
That makes sense. I really like that. That's such a great way to look at things.
I don't want a tornado to hit Kelowna.
Yeah, I feel that.
But if it's coming,
gonna be prepared.
It's better than I know it's coming.
Absolutely, that definitely makes sense. Well, trust me, I am definitely going to be flooding your website and everything. I'm going to send everybody to you because this is really interesting.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you so much for coming by. I'm going to shake your hand. You're incredible. Thank you very much. Let's give it up for Holly, guys. And now, for a special treat, we're going to bring back Dale in the Good Vibes. For an encore performance, they're going to do a second song for us and rock the house. Vibes. That was insane. What an incredible song, guys. Now, as we wind down for the night, I want to take a moment to thank everyone who made this spectacular episode possible. Tonight's energy has been off the charts thanks to our fantastic guests and their remarkable talents. From Holly Smee with her intriguing tarot demo, to Dale and the Good Vibes rocking our stage not once but twice. And let's not forget about James from Kelowna Film Studios, Stephan, our master of sound, and Robynne Stewart, whose artistry both in front and behind the camera dazzles us all. Let's make some noise and show some love for all of our guests tonight. Yeah. Right on. And of course, a huge shout out to our in-house DJ, bringing the entire sound experience. Very fabulous, my good dude. Yeah. Special thanks go out to our urban interviews team, who always manages to capture the heart of Kelowna to share with us here. And tonight was no exception. That was very entertaining, absolutely, and our hometown is super interesting. Let's not forget to send some love out to the incredible team who's working behind the scenes. Our director, Sterling, our co-producer, Rachel, and everyone in the CAD camera crew, sound, lighting. Special shout out to Nathan and Shay. You guys are fabulous. Thank you for your hard work and dedication. Absolutely. And a big heartfelt thank you to you, our audience at here and at home. Your energy and support brings this show to life, and you are the MVP of Kelowna After Dark. Absolutely. Thank you for making this show amazing. Remember, you can find more about all of our guests off of our Kelowna After Dark Facebook page, so you can connect with them, follow your favorites, see who else is going to be coming on the show, support local culture and creativity. So from all of us here at Kelowna After Dark, thank you for tuning in, and thank you for being part of our community. Until next time, Kelowna, have a fantastic night. And remember, stay sassy, classy, and a bit badassy.